It's Tommy, and I'm joined by Woods here on one of the mics at the Coachella Gilded Palace of Sin, as I like to call it, but really the official name is the Coachella Mud. Is that right, Woods?
That's correct. 2 days, me and you.
We have a very special guests here. A couple of guys who played a couple of shows for us before. You guys played our Hootenanny in 2009. I'm sorry, the Hootenanny last year at the Independence Jam in 2009. It is Dan and Pat from the Black Keys, and it is really just a pleasure to have you guys here. Everyone welcome the Black Keys.
Thanks for having us.
And I wanted to ask you guys, well, Dan, I wanted to ask you this because the first time I met you, this was a couple of years ago, you don't remember this, you had on a shirt of my hometown radio station, WDVE in Pittsburgh. And being a radio guy, I was so blown away by the fact that you would have that. But then I remember, of course, like in Northeast Ohio, you actually can pick that up there. But did you listen to that station a lot, or what did you listen to when you were a kid, when both you guys were kids? Because I read you guys grew up with a lot of blues in the house.
Well, I mean, we listened to all kinds of stuff, but radio in Akron was mostly just Cleveland radio. You know, the Buzzer was the rock station, and there were college stations, Penn State, Cleveland. Yeah, I didn't listen to that was a Pittsburgh station, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I stole that shirt from Nick's girlfriend.
Usually it's the other way around. Usually you wind up losing, like, oh, that was my Stones t-shirt. So, whenever I saw you guys play Canes, which was this place on the beach in San Diego in 2005, and you guys just like blew the roof off the place. And what people wound up asking was, how is it possible that two guys can not only make so much great noise, but also consistently arrange things in like these new and cool ways? I mean, do you guys like bounce upon riffs? Do you have tapes that you make from sound checks that you wind up keeping, or how do a lot of those songs come about?
I don't know. We're so lazy. We couldn't possibly tape a sound check and listen to it. I don't know.
But I mean, you don't write all the songs at once, do you? I mean, for a record, does it wind up?
Yeah, we do.
Do you?
Yeah, we get together, we make the record, and we don't do any pre-production. We don't practice ever.
Yeah, we don't practice.
Yeah.
You guys are lazy.
Yeah. We're honest too.
Was it different though when you were? And I realized when you guys worked with Danger Mouse at first for Attack and Release, you were sort of gearing into like another project, from what I gathered, and then that project wound up not happening with Ike Turner, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Brian was friends with Ike Turner. He wanted us to do the music for the record. And Ike ended up passing away, but we got to know Brian, and we needed to make a record, and it clicked and it happened, and we got together and we made the record. We've been friends ever since.
Were there additional instrumentation or different things that Brian brought to some of the arrangements that you guys probably never would have expected would have wound up in a Black Keys record? Because you're built upon this very meat and potatoes sound, this very raw sound. Were there instruments that he brought to the table you're like, oh, that would actually sound pretty good in the mix?
Probably more keyboards, I'd say, and a different approach. He's very in the computer and chopping up performances and stuff like that, which was new to us. We were more just do the live performance and then add to that. So he introduced us to sort of a different way of thinking about pretty much the same thing that we're doing.
Yeah. What was it like working at Muscle Shoals Studios for the last album? That must have been pretty cool, just with all the legends that have passed through there and all the great music that's been recorded on bounced off those walls.
Yeah, it was cool. It was pretty intense. 11 days of just working, and it's pretty bare bones. Like we didn't have much equipment down there, and there wasn't anything to do.
Although we didn't never really go anywhere. I mean, we never really saw the light of day.
But what happened is, as soon as we like got the majority of the album to where we wanted it, we flipped out and had to drive right home. We showed up to go to the studio on like day 11 or 12, and we sat down at our instruments and just decided to pack it up and leave right there.
That's it. It's done. We're not doing any more. We can't add anything else to it. Did you find that, because the first couple of records you guys made, basically you made in your residences, correct? I mean, you used basic recording stuff, and then you wanted to go into some of these really great studios.
Oh yeah, but I mean, the Muscle Shoals, they didn't have any equipment.
Seriously, they had.
There was nothing. They were a guy that owns it was sort of had like a half-baked idea that he opened it up as a museum.
Really?
Yeah.
Like
but there was no equipment, and all of the acoustic treatment that used to be because they used to call it the Burlap Palace, and the walls were all burlap. It was kind of funky. All that stuff was gone. So there was none of that left.
And it was just a building.
We found that out when we got there.
Yeah, it's just a building with a name on it.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
very exciting.
Yeah.
Right.
So we brought all of our equipment, so it was pretty much like we were setting up in our basement.
Wow, that's cool.
Just in Alabama.
Exactly.
Yeah, have you ever spent any
The real thing, the real important thing for us at the time was just to get out of our hometown so we could just focus and work and not be distracted, you know, which is always a problem when you're working and your family and friends are around the corner, you know.
It's always easy to go and take it to a football game or something like that.
Yeah, it's like it's hard to.
Yeah, we go to football games a lot. That kind of thing.
Well, we play football, professionally.
Of course. Well, you left your gear in the car. You know, you're not going to wear it out here. It's too
You
hot.
just can't tell it's us because of the face mask. We take turns as we're the placeholders for.
See, now, being a Steelers fan, I'm going to assume that you guys are Browns fans too. So.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I haven't watched the game since 1988.
Well, you didn't miss much.
Yeah. Ever since Ernest went home.
That was
I haven't really paid any attention to
That was
that.
it. That was the day. The day that the Browns died, yeah.
Heartbreak on the lake.
That's right.
I watched that game. I think that was the last time I followed a football game. Series, or, you know,
Bernie Kosar has like 6 steakhouses and like
He still lives in
20 car dealerships.
he still lives in Rocky River, doesn't he? Is that right?
Did he ever win anything?
No.
He got injured every 2 games. But
Yeah, he spent the whole game walking up with the
no,
scope.
but that's the thing. If you stick around Cleveland long enough, you just get rewarded with like a McDonald's sandwich.
Yeah, it's Cleveland. It is. You get rewarded for being the
That's
best of the average. The highest average.
LeBron screwed up because he could have had so many sandwiches and car washes.
Like milkshakes and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, what was he thinking?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's his law.